Reload, let's watch. Okay, procedurally, this looks real good. You're doing the hand assist method. I like this. It falls away quick. The only thing I'd tell you is, look, let me draw, look. Okay, we're going to have to move the gun from here to our workspace, which is somewhere right here, right? Now, watch. As you move your eyes, if I mark where your eyes are, right, watch. Your head moves up and back a little bit. This box shifts to up and back a little bit. See that? And right here you're low in the corner, right? You're not really where you could be for both, right? So let me clear this. First and foremost, when you bring the gun back for the reload, right? Tuck the elbows to the body. Upper arms get tucked to the body. Why is that? Because if you were running, if you're doing anything, right, it would hold the gun more stable. So if this is your habit and you were on the move, you'd have less problems later. So elbows tight to the body, it stabilizes the gun. Procedurally, this is money, right? Look, procedurally, keep doing this, right? Try not to bring the gun over your line of sight here. You bring it up, and then you bring it kind of up and over from where it is, up and over your line of sight to end up down where you reload. See that? And then remember what this should look like. Look, overall, it should be gun comes back, aims at the new mag. New mag comes up, goes in the gun, gun rotates over, pushes straight back out. That's all the gun has to move, but watch. You come up over, really not where you need to be. Mag goes in a good spot, drop the slide in a good spot, push away in a good spot, but bringing the gun back gets a little weird on you, right? So remember, once the magazine's away, straight back to where it needs to be. And then when you bring the gun back, right now the gun should already be aimed where it's going to be, right? And then watch where, as you do this last little motion to get the magazine in, right? What I want you to do is stay with it. So gun comes back all the way to where it's need to be. Don't kind of pause here waiting, right? All the way back to where it needs to be. In and back out. Procedurally good reload. Any questions? Reload. Let's watch. Procedurally, this looks really good, Stephen. Okay, so pull the trigger, right? We only got to pull the trigger once. So pull the trigger. Hey, what kind of setup you got going on this sling here? Hey, why don't you put the U-loop just through like one of these cross sections, right? Like I always put my U-loops somewhere through those cross sections so I wouldn't need whatever that is to hang down. Weird. Okay. So you eject the magazine, pull the trigger, eject the mag. Remember, when the mag gets to here, we can start to tuck. So tuck a little sooner. Tuck, palm up, this goes well. Proper tension of the sling, it's not in the way. Mag goes in, all this is good. You do a little tap tug here, this is good, right? You drop the bolt, this is good. The only thing I would say is where the gun should be is here, so we could just push it straight away off that line of sight. Make sense? And then look, you lower to do an up drill at the end here. And what I would tell you is push the gun. You're pushing the gun straight to the target and then tightening the gun at the last second to the body, right? Don't bring it up to lower the muzzle to do another up drill, right? You kind of do this, right? You kind of bring the gun up, the muzzle comes down to bring it back up on your line of sight. And what I'm telling you to do is if the gun was here, all you'd have to do is push it out a little bit and then tighten right before it shoots. Any questions with the reload? Tap, rack, bang. Let's watch. Click looks good. Make sure when you tap, make sure you seat it. Don't just hit it and release. See how you hit it and release, right? When you hit it, push that thing in to make sure it's seated, right? The rack goes well. What I would tell you is make sure that you're not covering the chamber, right? This way any brass or anything will kick out, and then you're back to shoot. Overall, procedurally, really good. Just make sure that magazine seats, right? And don't cover the chamber. Good job. Rip drill, let's watch. Good. You drop the slide again with your thumb. Kind of necessary, so lock it to the rear. This goes well. Strip it, drop the slide, mag goes in. We would rack, but it locks to the rear, so you got to drop the slide with the thumb, right? Remember, if you had a couple dummy rounds, you wouldn't have to do this. Introducing something that you kind of don't normally do, which is look, slide lock to the rear, you drop it with the thumb here, right? But procedurally, this is really good. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Try to keep the hands as close to the gun as possible.